My name is Mugendi, based in Cape Town at the Peninsula University of Technology in South Africa. First of all, I'm sure you're aware that Africa has a long tradition of an oral culture. The use of stories, the use of proverbs, the use of those kind of devices to illustrate very complex issues has been always used. In our cases, people use animals as very good props for stories. But in design, I think recently we've also identified that as a very powerful way of communicating complex ideas to people. And we are now using storytelling actively as a tool to enhance effectiveness in communication. So can I give you a quick story just to give you an example of how one would humor? One day the elephant takes in the savannah and he meets a monkey and he asks the monkey, who's the king of the jungle? And the monkey says, you, Mr. Lion, are the king of the jungle. Then he proceeds, he meets a buffalo and asks the same question. And the buffalo says without hesitation, you, Mr. Lion, are the king of the jungle. So the lion is getting very confident and decides, let me ask the elephant and hear what he says. And the elephant picks him up with his trunk and beats him almost to death without saying a word. And when the lion is just about to die, he looks up at the elephant and says, just because you don't know the answer to my question, you don't have to be so violent. The model of design has also shifted. When I was trained as a designer, we were taught that the client was the chief. What the client said was the most important thing. But as people move more into social innovation and the issues of sustainability, we become increasingly aware that the designer must be embedded in a social context to become relevant. So by adopting more socially responsive and socially conscious tools, we then find that storytelling becomes very powerful because we're not just talking to fellow designers or to clients with sophisticated visual literacy, but we're talking to lay people in grassroots situations that need to understand what we're doing with them. So this participatory or co-design ethos, I think, has led us naturally towards using video and storytelling as a tool. What we do realize is there's certain things that are consistent right across the continent. For example, we talked about storytelling, using proverbs, using song and dance is a very popular mode of transmission of this and communication. Then the concept of Ubuntu, which we've often talked about, which means humanness.